Live. Hello, how's it going? How's it going? I read Vaporeon. A nerd? I'm a nerd. I am a nerd. It's like it'd be hard to fight back against that when I play all these games. It's like it'd be a real shocker if after all of these years I was like, you know what? I actually don't like video games or anime. I'm just going to what's it called? It's like I'm just gonna take whatever like money I made and run. It's like that's something I can't do. I don't think I'm physically able to do that. I think my body would reject it if I was just suddenly like disinterested in like all my nerd stuff. But I'm feeling a lot better today because yesterday I got sick halfway through the day. What's it called? I drank too much coffee and got my stomach all out of sorts. So now I'm in recovery mode. But the good thing about recovery mode is that what's it called? I'm doing it on the weekend. And what's it called? I could just keep on doing my streams. So let's get going. Let's try to get this Paranormasight 2 going. That would be... I don't need the capture. Got our scare music. Pretend I'm looking at the integration throw system and on this. One thing I am concerned about. There are 2 Arnav chapters. I would like to move on from these chapters. But I know it's necessary. I'm building up to like this lower half point. I want to go back to Yumeko. But in this one, the Tamate Bako, a treasure required to obtain immortality. Oh, this is about that. Avi assumes that the descendant of Taishima, who Ikoma knows, has inherited it. He tries to scheme a way to meet him. Hello again! Honor of Barnum's back on the scene. Allow me to summarize. As expected, Ikoma contacted us today, telling us we have to wait a little longer before we can meet his descendant. Thus, figuring we had no intention of letting us meet her anyway. We decided to use Cersei's ability to go looking for the descendant ourselves. Who exactly are we talking to? I'm merely setting the scene. Really feels like it raises the stakes, no? Makes you feel more like it's a thrilling adventure. Sure, got me all worked up. But I'm trying to concentrate. Would you please stop distracting me? Oh, right. Sorry. Time to not interrupt. I feel like I have a sneeze coming on. This is the town of Ichika in Toba City. The area is one of many in the area known for its Amadivers. Cersei's completely focused on dowsing right now. There are several types of dowsing techniques, but it seems that she's using a pendulum. It would seem that the necklace she wears can be used for such a purpose. The closer you get to the target, the stronger the pendulum swings. Let's see, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? There is something. Oh, I should think to myself. Cersei's using her dowsing ability to search for the descendant right now. What's that? Doesn't her dowsing only let us look for spiritual energy? And on top of that, doesn't she have to be familiar with the energy she's looking for? That's right. I was thinking the same thing. However, Cersei was perfectly prepared. Before parting with Ikoma yesterday, she asked him to hand the iron box to the Descendant when he paid her a visit. She said the Descendant ought to have it, since it's so deeply connected to Aishima's history. Ikoma agreed on the matter and would apparently go through with it, assuming he did hand it over. Then the iron box and its massive amount of spiritual energy has fallen right in the lap of our target. Now, Cersei just has to use her dowsing to locate the box. At least that's the plan. However, her dowsing range is limited. With its spiritual energy the iron box possesses, its range is probably 2 or 3 kilometers. We had to narrow down the target area somewhat before starting our search. So, any idea where we might start looking for the Descendant? I think Mr. Ikoma said something about visiting her several times before she finally agreed to talk, didn't he? He did, which would mean he's a difficult person. She is a difficult person to deal with. Well, yes, Mr. Ikoma did say as much. That doesn't relate to her location. Dang! What I meant is that if we visited her location several times, wouldn't that mean she doesn't live too far from here? Oh, right. I see what you mean. So, I think it'd be best to start by searching the towns within Toba. I see. But there are quite a few towns in the area, right? About that. When we parted yesterday, Mr. Ikoma mentioned something else that stuck with me. When you asked to meet the Descendant, he said he'd probably drop by later, anyways, since he also had to handle the matter with Mitsuma. Oh right, he did say that, so basically, the Descendant knew Suma. No. Where did you get that from? I mean, you know, it'd be an interesting twist. Uh-huh. It'd sure be a surprise, but that's not what I was getting at. He said it like he was going to drop by on his way over, which means they likely live close to each other. Aha! Another twist. What? Sorry, but you've lost me. Anyway, it means we should target the areas that are most populated by armor divers. That means we should probably start by searching all the towns in Toba that are home to a lot of armor divers. That's right. We can make our way up by searching along the coast for starters. It'd be nice if we'd at least learn the Descendant's name. We might have a lead on that. Think of your research in the past to this place. Alright, I believe the name was... Yuza. I got it! It just came to me. It's Yuza. Yuza? Where did you get that? What's that? Did you say something? There you go, dodging the question, sly as always. Thanks. You're welcome to learn from me. Anyway, what I meant to say... Alright, Taishima Survivor. Let's see. No, it's I guess a little too recent then. Oh, hello, Bitter Tree. How's it going? To come up with a name. The name of the Taishima survivor. There are other Somikawa. Please let it be Somikawa. Playing Gris. Oh wait. Somikawa! That's what Taishima's survivor was called. If there's any descendants, then they may still bear the same name. That's right. It's another clue we can follow. I wasn't sure whether it was her, the mom, or what's it called, her like current mom name. And so we ended up spending the morning traveling along the coast, from one fishing town to another. This is the 4th town we searched so far. It's about time we actually found something. So, Cersei, what's the situation? Want to give it a try? Oh, really? Well, it'd still work if it's me. I'll still be holding the pendulum, but you can see it for yourself if you like. Color me intrigued. I am in. Alright, just like this. I'll hold the pendulum. Direct me to move in a different direction to see where it reacts. Very well, bring it on. The pendulum won't respond right away, so the trick is to point it in one direction and wait a while. Once you find a spot where it reacts the strongest, just shout that you figured it out. Got it. When it comes to yelling, I'm your guy. Let's see. Got some douse and gotta be thorough. Sorry, I just got some dousing. Wait a second. I feel like I saw some movement. Yeah. It's this area. Ah, I found it. There! Right there! Wait! It's moving! It takes a little time for it to react, so if you move around too fast, it might be hard to notice. We'll be searching this place high and low for information. That's how it works. Got it. It's gotta be here. There, right there. Dang it. Okay. That has to be it. There we go. Making me look dumb out here. So that means somewhere up there. Well, it may still be a bit further out, but at least we figure out what direction to go in. I knew if it was about time to hit the spot then. Alright, let's follow this thing and see where it leads us. Right. This is it. It's the apartment furthest back on this building's ground floor. Got it. Hello? Is anyone home? Wow, you don't hesitate, huh? We're here on behalf of Mr. Ikoma. No answer. Guess no one's home. No, I can sense a presence. Hello? We'd like to talk about the iron box. What is it? Oh, you two. Abby and Cersei, is it? So, you're the ones who found the iron box. Yes, that's right. You know, I've never talked to foreigners before. I'm so nervous, hardly think straight. Please, no need to be so tense, Miss Somikawa. I promise we're both harmless and cheerful. Right. Allow me to emphasize what an honor it is to meet a descendant of Taishima. Is to say it's even true. I suppose your family must have lived in this house for generations. I moved here a couple years back. Oh, why is that? It's got nothing to do with you. Ah, fair enough. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any other family or relatives, Miss Somikawa? My apologies. I was merely wondering if there are any other descendants. No, but I'm probably the only one left. That too will come to end soon enough. Oh? What do you mean by that? No more than what I said. So, you live by yourself, Miss Somikawa? That's right. What exactly, and where exactly did you come across the iron box? I followed this map that was in my family's possession. Supposedly it was left behind by an Omyoji who sealed away the curse of Taishima. A map, you say? It led us to the iron box. It must have been resting at the bottom of Ise Bay. Since it is such a valuable artifact deeply connected to Taishima's lost history, we felt we absolutely had to tell you about it, Miss Somikawa. Oh yeah? If I may say so, I noticed your interest in the iron box. Could it be you already knew of its existence? I didn't know it was a box, but I'd been told something still remained on the island. That makes sense. Speaking of that box, I don't suppose there was something inside. Yes, indeed it was a record detailing how Taishima was destroyed, along with information on the curse of the raging waves. Record? Oh, allow me to fill you in on the details. And that sums it up. Such a horrid man, wouldn't you say? Massacring the people of Taishima because he wanted to find a mermaid that bad. The grudges left behind by the events coalesced with two separate curses, and ultimately Taishima was destroyed along with everything else. I'm sure it must be excruciating to hear the tale about how your ancestors' home was destroyed. But I believe this story should be passed down to people that can learn of Taishima's true history. Wouldn't you agree? And that was all recorded in that box? And that was all? No, we better wait. She realizes that we're after that. It would make her cautious. By the way, you may consider this the curious whims of a fantasy author, but would you be able to elucidate me on some of the stories that may have been passed down in your family? Now I get it. You also came here because you want to ask me about mermaids, eh? We gotta save, because I don't know if this is gonna be one where I'm immediately gonna be like dunked on. If I just say, if I'm honest, let me start off being honest. Alright, you got me, it's true. Can you blame me? As a fantasy author, it's in my blood. Mermaids truly do exist. I must satiate my curiosity. I knew it. Whatever your motives are, you're not getting the Tamate Bako. I'm not falling for one of Ikoma's schemes. Ah. Just share Taishima with anyone. So glad we got a chance to talk to her. After she's mad at me. Did you just say that Ikoma's after the Tamate Bako? Oh, so you didn't know? Well, he is. It's exactly why I hid it somewhere no one will ever find it. I see. It must be very precious to you then. Well, I'm relieved that the iron box found its way to you then. So, was there a cursed stone inside the iron box? A curse what? Don't play dumb. There must have been one. Well... yes, there was. So you already knew about it. There was indeed a curse stone inside. That's what I thought. And how about a trade? You two want the Tamate Bako, don't you? Oh, a trade! I didn't think we'd be going this far out. You certainly shocked me when you said we had to take a boat all of a sudden. To think that Tamate Bako would be hidden at sea. What an incredible plot twist. My apologies. That's just the writer in me coming through. This is all too thrilling. You sure can talk. Oh, believe it or not, I actually am holding back. I actually go on and on at great length once I get started. Now as a praise. There's nowhere to run on an island. No matter where you go, someone's always near. Always too loud, grating on the ears. See though, once you get this far out, it's nice and quiet. Nothing but the sound of the waves. No talking, no irritating folk or commotion. Only fish swimming without a sound. This is fine. Stop the boat. Like, am I safe out here? You really hide the Tamate Baka with no landmarks. We're supposed to retrieve it. Oh, Cersei isn't out here. It's just me. So, will you tell me what you want to trade for the Tamate Bako now? You got the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone with you, right? Sure do. Have a good look. The Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. Looks like the real deal, right? You want to trade the stone for the Tamate Bako, right? I figured as much. Well, I'm fine with those terms. Let's do it. No, that ain't it. Oh, that ain't it. You know, I once had a sister. Her name was Mare Somakawa. You said you had a sister. What does that mean? I thought that was you. Yeah, she's gone. Died in an accident at sea about 5 years ago. I see. My condolences. So there actually was another descendant. You folks seem to be pinning your hopes on me just 'cause I'm one of the descendants. But the one who actually inherited our duty wasn't me, my sister. Her duty? That's right. The duty of the Taishima bloodline. Been passed down in our family for generations. Even more, our generation would be the one to handle the 400th year since the disaster. My grandpa always said that particularly important. So there was a duty Taishima's descendants were meant to perform after 400 years. But I was young back then. I still had dreams of my own. I wanted no part in some annoying duty, so I ran away from home for the first chance I got. I pushed all that responsibility onto my sister. I know I should have helped. I see. So that's why your sister was the one who inherited that duty. Before we discuss the trade, you take the time to listen to my story. This duty you mentioned, was it to break what remains of the curse of the raging waves? I suppose they were connected, but lifting the curse would have been a step along the road. It wasn't the goal. Oh, really? Then what was it? Well, it was to return the mermaid that was left behind, say Bay, to Ryugu. That was the real duty of the Taishima bloodline. Return a mermaid? So it's true! There really was a mermaid stuck in Issei Bay, because she couldn't return to Ryugu. That's right. Her name is Sobe. Oh, she's come up in our research. So she was real after all. There really was a green tea juice sometime, some year. We missed the lizard drink. You see, my sister that took on the family duty, it seems like she actually met Sobe herself. She got to meet the mermaid? After leaving my hometown and making a living as an Ama diver, I'd all but forgotten about the duty I'd left behind. I had no idea what our duty actually entailed. When we finally learned of the truth, I was crushed by regret. Regret? Why? You know, ever since I was a little girl, I'd always been fascinated by mermaids. Understandable. I read The Little Mermaids. I read The Little Mermaid so many times, the pages of the book had started to wear away. I would see them in my dreams, over and over again. Back then, I wanted nothing more than to become a mermaid. It's what led me to become an Ama diver in the first place. But the true nature of the family duty is only revealed to the parents. I see. What bitter irony. But couldn't you meet the mermaid after you learned the truth? My sister took pity on me, attempted to call her, meet me at once. My sister Mata even shared some of the things the mermaid had told her. But you know, Sobe was a cautious mermaid, never truly opened her heart to anyone but my sister. Me, on the other hand, she avoided. I was never even allowed as much as a glimpse. Quite a bitter outcome. Mata and the mermaid had grown close as friends. They trusted each other. They were inseparable. But she never once showed herself to anyone other than my sister. Not even to a close relative like myself. So she hid herself away for 400 years. Was such caution really necessary? Your sister must have been an incredible person to earn a mermaid's trust. Though I can only imagine how hard it must have been to be rejected by an existence you so deeply admired and longed to meet. Made moved to Kamishima to be closer to Ryugu, all for the mermaid's sake. Then one day, she got married, changed her name to Mare Minakuchi. She seemed so happy. So, she got married on Kamishima. I was so jealous, I couldn't think straight. Ended up lashing out pretty badly. In an attempt to destroy my sister's relationship with the mermaid, I grabbed our family heirloom and ran off. Ah, the infamous Tamate Bako, yes? Yeah, the mermaid was supposed to take it back to Ryugu, though our family had carefully kept it for centuries. And so the years went by. Then 5 years ago, I heard that Made had died in an accident. That's why I came back to Koba. I thought that maybe the duty would be passed on to me. Of course! But then, our parents and all the relatives had already passed away. There was no one left who knew of our duty. There was nothing I could do. I didn't know a thing. Not where the mermaid was, or how to call her. I'd given up. But while I was digging around, at Manny Koma found out I was a descendant by Shima. See, I was struggling to get by. I'd sold the information my sister had told me about the mermaid. Back then, I was making a living by giving folks a glimpse of the Tamate Bako for a ridiculous price. And that brings us to the present, I suppose. In other words, since your sister died in that accident, your family's duty was never fulfilled? And now you want us to go find the mermaid for you. That ain't it. Dang. I guess it must have been about 3 months ago. I was wandering the coast alone when the mermaid Sobe appeared before me. Oh, you finally got to meet her. She told me this. The seal on Ryugu's gateway has been lifted, so I will be returning. Your sister has done a great deal for me. Now, I ask you, return to Tamako. Wait, what? The seal was lifted. Ah, is that perhaps why the curse of the raging waves became active again? So what about the Tamate Bako? Did you return it to the mermaid? I was so overcome with emotion and excitement, I told her. I've hidden the relic. If you want it back, take me to Ryugu. You said what? Not being able to fulfill my duty had been weighing on my heart. But in that moment, that pain was gone. On top of that, I figured the mermaid had come to fetch me. Being able to visit the land of the mermaids, there'd been no greater happiness than that. Sobe simply told me it wasn't possible and that she'd forfeit the relic, and with that, he was gone. Oh. The mermaid already returned to Ryugu then. Ever since then, all I've felt is despair and regret. I'm completely empty inside. There's nothing left. But then the Tamate Bako still exists, doesn't it? Sure it does, but even with such a fancy name, in the end it is just a grimy old box. I opened it once. I was hoping there'd be an elixir of eternal youth inside or something, but it was completely empty. I see. Even so, I'd still like to trade for it. Are you sure? I don't see why, but whatever. It's not like anything matters anymore. I'm just sick and tired of it all. And I never figured out what it was. The mermaid forfeited just like that, so maybe it never had a meaning to begin with. My family's duty has been fulfilled. That's what I meant when I said it was all over. Before we discuss the trade, take a listen to my story. I listened to just about everything. Damn, she hasn't told me the conditions of the trade. Sobe returned to Ryugu. Gotta get our hands on the Tamate Bako. Can't shake the feeling that there's something behind me. You. Whoa! Is this one of Cersei's abilities? The Shikigami? When someone's name is written on a piece of paper, she can make that paper fly towards a person. They're great for delivering messages or tracking someone down. I was pretty spooked at first when I saw it, but I'd gotten used to it. Okay, fine. I just go, whoa, but it's not because I'm actually surprised or anything. Something wrong? That's nothing. Don't mind me. I wonder if something happened to Cersei. Better read the note. Let's take a look. Ran into 2 suspicious people looking for Miss Somikawa. I drove them off for now, but be careful. Seems like something happened on Cersei's end. I'd better stay alert just in case. I don't think I'll mention this to Miss Somikawa. It'll only shake her up. So what do you want in return? I want to do whatever it takes to become a mermaid. Miss Somakawa, don't tell me. You want me to use the curse stone? Simply returning to the sea. That's my only wish. Oh, listen. There's nothing even remotely beautiful about the curse of the Forsaken Fish. All it will do is turn you into some twisted half-fish monster. Nothing but a grotesque imitation of a mermaid. I know. That's fine with me. This curse is the essence of that mermaid's power. I am ready to offer up my life to it. But whatever you do, I'll just be drowning myself anyway. So you won't be dirtying your hands. All you have to do is use the curse. My wish will be granted, and you would be doing me a kindness. That's all there is to this. But hold on a minute, okay? This is just... The Tamate Boko is hidden beneath the floorboards in my house. Please, do this for me. Miss Somakawa, wait! She's already gone. Will she come back up if I just wait long enough? Ah! Look, I want to catch her before she drowns. Like, I don't want her to die. All because I didn't use it fast enough. Alright. I used a curse stone. Hey. After that, we managed to quietly retrieve the Tamate Bako from beneath the floor in Miss Somakawa's house. All that was left was to secure the dream of immortality and obtain mermaid flesh. Since Sobai had already returned to Ryugu, we placed our hopes on the last remaining mermaid, Nagame. But we had to act fast, otherwise Ikoma, or even those Paranormal Affairs Bureau's psychics, would get in our way. It might have been an after effect of using the curse, but I got sick the next day and had to spend a full day bedridden at the inn. How pathetic. That's when I heard the news that 2 female divers gone missing near Toba. The fact that I'd been involved in both incidents makes me feel even worse. When Circe heard the news, she mumbled something with an unreadable expression to her face. I had no choice. There was simply no other way. Or at least, that's what I kept telling myself as I struggled to get out of bed. The next day, August 7th, we set out to gather our information on Nagame and other mermaids. We traveled to Kameshima, the island where Mare Somakawa, or rather Mare Minakuchi, used to live. Alright. I'll be right back just a second, just to go to the restroom.